What's good, y'all? You already know what time it is. It's the messenger of God here. I'm coming to drop one for y'all today. And I feel like I always tell y'all that I'm not going to tell y'all what's going on. And the reason why I felt like I didn't want to talk about anything is because of how deep and personal it is. You feel me? And I feel like if I talk about it, it's just going to open up a whole bunch of stuff. But I believe you're supposed to tell your testimony and tell your story because it's going to help somebody else. And in order for y'all to understand where I'm coming from and why I am the way I am, you got to hear my story, right? Okay. So I think I'm going to start from letting y'all hear about, let me see. Let's start from birth. Alright? Now, I'm going to let y'all know I went through a lot of stuff since birth. Now, first and foremost, let's put it like this. When my mother had me, let's say when my mother decided that she was going to have me, my father denied me. I'm just going to put it like that. My father denied me, y'all. I'm not going to get all into it, but anyways, I know who my father is. But at birth, he denied me, and then shortly after, he knew he messed up because he knew that I was his daughter. But he did it after the fact, which was not right to me or my mother. Okay? Now, let's get back to when my mother was in the hospital with me. Now, when my mother had me, they told my mother that there's no way that I can be her child. And I'm like, you know, I know people be saying that, you know, on the Murray show and on different shows and stuff, right? But in my mind, I'm like, not like this. Like, what do you mean that I just came out of my mom? How can I not be her child? So they told my mom, they're like, she can't be your daughter because she's too light. She's too light, you know. I didn't look, you know, I didn't look black or whatever the case might be, or dark enough. They told her that I wasn't dark enough to be her child, that I looked foreign, and what, you know, my eyes, the way that how slanted they were, and you know, my hair was really, really straight, but you know, I was really, really bright. And they told my mother that I was too, you know, had too white of a skin, that that I couldn't be her. So anyways, they told her that, oh, she's too light, you know, we need to take this out of her, you know, she looked like she's too yellow. Let's see if we can try with the, you know, maybe she have yellow giants. And then my mother's like no, like this is my daughter, like what do you mean, you know, like. So my mother told me, like, she couldn't really get up off of the bed. But what they had did was they put patches over my eyes and was trying to darken my skin and burn me under the light, y'all. Under the light, under this big bright light, they was trying to darken my skin because they told my mother that I was too light to be her child, that I looked like almost like a white baby. And I couldn't believe that, you know. So my mom said that she can look and she can see me, and then they was trying to tell her that she needed to leave the hospital. They was like, oh, you know, you've been here for 7 days, you need to go ahead and leave, and you can come back in 7 days or in a week and get your child. My mama said, no, I am not finna leave. I am going to stay here and wait for my child. Like, I'm going to stay here and get my child. And they're looking at her like, you know, like, why is she here? You know, she needs to go, because they wanted to take me from her, y'all. They wanted to take me from my mom because I was too light to be her child. So just think that this is what I mean, hated since birth, you know. All because my skin was really, really, really bright. And I didn't look like a black child from birth. But my skin was burnt. So they burnt my skin to try to make me darker than what I was. So that way I can be darker. Okay? Then, what else? So after my mother had me, you know, like I told you, they had put patches over my eyes and burnt my skin. And then after that, this is hard for me to talk about, y'all. Like, the whole thing with my father denying me, knowing that I was his child. Okay? My mom had me. And just think later on in my life, after that, here comes the part. I'm not gonna call any names out, but whoever it resonates to, you already know what time it is. Okay? Now, as much as you guys may think that people can hurt you, the most people that can hurt you is like your friends and everything like that. But let me tell y'all, your family will hurt you the worst. And church people, you know, it seems like these are the people that you're supposed to trust the most, that you're supposed to, you know, love the most, trust the most, and you wouldn't dare think that they will harm you or hurt you, right? But what can you do when it happens, right? That's how I feel, you know. So here we go. Let me jump back into let me show you how I was hated, right? So, let's say when I was old enough and I was going to school, okay, I had a teacher of mine, I won't say her name, but she knew that my mother was coming to pick me up from school. And you know what she would do? She knew what time that my mom would always come from the church to come and pick me up, because my mom didn't have a car, so she would walk up there and she would come in and pick me up from school. So my teacher had the nerve this day to tell me, now remind y'all how old I am. Like, I'm no more than probably 5 years old, you know, maybe 4 or 5 maybe. Now she go tells my mother, I mean not my mom, she goes and tell me to walk home. She like, I'm like, but I'm waiting for my mom. My mom is coming to pick me up. She goes, no, you need to go home right now. And I told her, I said, no, I'm waiting for my mother over here by the bungalows. Like, I'm supposed to be right here waiting for my mom. My mom told me not to go anywhere. She told me to stay. She told me to stay right here. She said, don't go nowhere. She said, wait for me right here, baby, in the same spot every time. So my teacher decided that she's going to make me leave. Make me leave from where I was at. She told me to go home. She goes, go home. Your mom is not coming. Go home. Leave. She said, I said, no, my mom is coming. She comes every day. She said, no, you need to leave right now. She said, walk home. And so I'm like, no. And she made me walk home, y'all. Like, she really came up there and like made me go. Like, she made me go home. And made sure she watched me until I had to, like, literally walk down the street and go home, like, by myself. And I'm like, what kind of teacher does that? You know, I had a problem it seemed like with what was going on in my life and why people were doing me this way, you know. Just like when I was in elementary school, I had another teacher of mine to also pick on me, and let's say, like, you know, now I'm in like elementary school where, you know, I know you're too young to have boyfriends and all, but I had a boyfriend, and basically it was like puppy love, but you know, we basically loved each other, you know, at that time, you know, puppy love, whatever, you know, we don't really know what's going on, but the thing is, at that age, you would think you in love, right? But I always had this teacher, out of everybody in the school that was together, just because we was together, he would always try to come up and like break us apart. Like, he would always come up there. Like, I remember when he took the cane and he would push like my boyfriend like in his back of his side, his back of his behind area back there. He was like, pull up your pants. Like, he was trying to make him pull up his pants and everything. And he was like, why is he doing this to me? And I'm just like, you know what, I don't know what's going on. We went to a little camp and everything like that, and he will come up between us and try to, you know, split us up and stuff like that, and tell us that y'all is too close. You need to move away from each other. You know, you guys can't be that close to each other while dancing. Y'all need to split up. And I'm like, all these people that's up here, and here he coming up in between us like all the time. I'm like, what? Why is he doing this to us? You know, we up here at 6th grade camp trying to have fun, and he up here trying to separate us, you know, while we at camp having fun. Like, it was super weird, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. And so, anyways, I'm trying to get around the point with my family, y'all. Like, this is crazy. So, anyhow, my mother, she comes up there to come pick me up from the school, and she found out that the teacher done sent me home, and here I am, had to walk across the train tracks and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make no sense, y'all. And then, like, my mom is like, where is my daughter at? And she come and look for me, and then here I am, that made it to the house, go and open up the door, and here I am sitting up there waiting for my mom. She's not there. And then all of a sudden I go down to these neighbors' houses that I did not really know, but I knew that my mom, I spoke to him maybe 1 or 2 times or so, you know. And so I went down there, and ain't no telling what happened. But all I'm just saying is that I fell asleep, y'all. I fell asleep, and that's how I'm gonna put it. I fell asleep, and my mother ended up finding me at my neighbor's house downstairs, you know, waiting for her, all because she went over everywhere trying to find me and look for me. And then she finally found me and found out that that teacher had made me walk home after I told her. So anyways, let's get back to family, y'all. Wow. So the denial from my father, first and foremost. Then he tried to claim me later on, and then gonna try to, I guess my mom said he brought me diapers and milk and stuff a couple of times and stuff like that towards the end, but whatever the case might be after the fact. But it's pretty messed up, you know, because once you deny a child, you know, the mother is just like, you know what, forget that, you know, you don't want to claim it, you don't have to, you don't forget that, and you don't put that person down on the certificate. But, you know, you at that time talking about, like, why would I, back in those days, why would I want someone on here that don't want to claim my child, and you already know it's your child. And it's sad that happened like that, because my father, he was a deacon. My father was a deacon to, like I was trying to explain to y'all, the people's duties in the church. He was a deacon to the pastor's right-hand man, y'all. You feel me? And he was a twin. You know, he wasn't like just no random dude. He was a deacon in the church, and you know, I told y'all my mom was very religious, and beautiful soul, and this is what my father did. So you know, I don't want to think or say anything wrong about him, because you know, it's just sad the way things turned out. I'll probably get into that another time, but ain't it something when you have family that hurts you the most? You know, I had this one family member that used to wait until my mother would go to, because my mother, you know, she got her nursing license and all kinds of stuff. You know, she took care of everybody's kids in the neighborhood, and foster kids and everything. Like, you know, we was known to like have half of the kids in the city, basically. My mom raised up so many children. Like, she was like almost a mother to almost everybody. Basically, everybody that came around her, she showed love. And anyways, one day my mother, she went to, I believe in her nursing school or whatever. And she had to go to nursing school and work and stuff. And I was at home. And it's sad how this happened to me, you know, how no one did this to my brothers and everything like that or whatever. But, you know, let y'all know I didn't have any sisters, okay? No sisters whatsoever that I knew of. No sisters that I knew of. And here I am, while my mother is gone, I'm there, and tell me why I get closed up in the room while my brothers get a chance to be in the living room and everything. I get closed up in the room while the door was being held, the foot up to the door being held, and not letting me out. Like, wouldn't even let me out of the room. And I'm just like, why would you do that to me? Like, why would you lock me up in the room and not let me out? You feel me? Why would you lock me up in the room and not let me out? Wouldn't let me out for water, for food, for nothing. And only thing that I could do was cry and yell, like, knocking on the door, like, let me out and everything like that. I had to drink water out of the sink water. Like, I was so little, but I had to try to climb up on that sink in the bathroom. And lucky I was in the room with the bathroom where I could climb up on the sink and drink water from the sink, because I was so thirsty and hungry, but I wasn't let out the room. And then I just went and lay down in bed and cried myself to sleep, y'all. I was so sad. Like, I couldn't believe that these things happened to me. You just don't get it. You know, when I told y'all things have happened, let me tell you, you know, I love to sing, y'all. Let me tell you, before I even knew anything about rapping or anything, my thing was I used to like to recite speeches. We all had speeches and poems and speeches and stuff to read, you know, in the church, you know, for Easter, you know, it's like Easter speeches or whatever. And I couldn't believe the way I was done. Like, I was given like little short speeches, and you know, I liked the long speeches, but they wouldn't give them to me. You feel me? Or let's say, here I am, I can sing and stuff like that, but then I had to shun myself, like as if I couldn't sing. I had to shun myself as if I couldn't like sing and stuff like that, just singing in falsetto, because, you know, I wanted to sing with everybody else, and I feel like I was not even accepted. You know, I was getting my lead part that I wanted when it comes to plays and songs and stuff like that. I felt like, you know, sometimes the lead parts would lead of the songs and parts of the songs was given to somebody else, and I'm just like, man, I can sing that. My feelings was hurt so bad, y'all. You know what I did? I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna learn. I'm just gonna learn, try to learn how to play the drums. So this is where it came from. It's not like I just had these gifts that came out of nowhere. I had to learn myself how to do stuff because of how I was being treated and mistreated. My feelings was hurt, y'all. And I had to sit up here and I said, you know what, I'm going to have to just learn how to play the drums. I said, maybe this is one thing they can't take from me. If I learn how to play the drums, maybe they can't take that from me, since they wouldn't allow me to sing, you know, and lead songs like I wanted to lead songs. So that's why I wanted to play the drums. And I was thankful that the lady over the drums allowed me to play the drums, and she taught me how to play. And I watched her for a long time playing, and then she let me play. And I was so happy because I didn't want to stop playing until she, you know, let me be the lead drummer, because she was the best drummer in the church and she allowed me to play. And I thank her for that. You know, that was one thing in my life in church that I could say I congratulated her for, and for her husband to allow me to play them too, because he was the man on the piano, you know, that I ended up playing the drums with. And I thank her and him for that. Yeah, y'all, you know, even in other churches that we have went to, you know, y'all don't understand when I talk about, you know, how it is in the church with the pastors and stuff, and having churches with just single women and single mothers and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of stuff happen. I've seen stuff happen to people right in front of my face. When I was little, I seen, oh my goodness, like, all right, let's put it like this. I'm gonna say it like this, y'all. I remember when they used to cook in the church, and I was so young, but I used to, it was one time, I'm gonna let y'all know this. And they had made some type of soup, like goop, gumbo, whatever, soup, whatever that was. All right, and I was very young, and then they was trying to, you know, feed everybody in the church and some soup and everything like that. And for some reason, I looked, and my mom was like, hey, baby, you know, why don't you, you know, eat your food and stuff? And I was looking at my mom. I said, Mom, I was very young, though, y'all. I don't know. Maybe less than 10. Less than 10. I had to be, like, very, very, very young. I won't say the name of the church, but I was probably less than 10 years old. And I said, Mom, I don't want that. She was like, why, baby? I said, Mom, it looks like yak hair. I don't know why I said that, but I was like, it looks like yak hair. I was like, Mama, I don't want it. And she was like, what, baby? So then my mom was getting ready to look down and get ready to take a whole bite. And she looked down and she saw her food was moving in her bowl. I'm telling y'all, literally saw this. The food was crawling, moving in the bowl, y'all. I'm telling you, they was feeding people stuff and in the church. Y'all don't get it. And this was everybody. Everybody was getting fed the same thing. Okay? I went to churches where I seen people look straight like robots reading a teleprompter, and it was prayer time. And he had everybody. He didn't pray. He never prayed. But he had everybody to read this teleprompter. Like, everybody had to look up and read this teleprompter of the off the screen of the prayer together, or whatever it was up there on the thing, right? To read all together. And I looked up, like I was new there, and I looked up, and guess what? He was not even reading. He didn't have his head down. He wasn't paying nothing. He was making everybody else read whatever was up there. And everybody seemed like they was in trance. And I'm turning around, I'm like, am I the only one that's noticed, like, what's going on? I'm looking around, I'm like, this is really, really awkward, you know? And everybody was just reading this teleprompter, and they was looking like they was just all in a trance. I'm like, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You better ask for that discernment. Okay, all of this stuff happens in the church, like stuff that y'all don't even get it. And I'm not saying nobody's name. I'm just gonna tell y'all different things that happen in my life. All right, another thing, we get to playing and stuff and going on and stuff like that, and tell me why a family member, you know, played around so much that they would actually wait until other people will leave out of the room and will actually, you know, put a pillow on me or sit on me and try to really like smother me when everybody walk out the room like we're all playing and jumping on each other and doing that, oh yeah, like that, you know, I'm just playing around and stuff like that. But then we'll wait until everybody go out and they really try to like hold me down. You feel me? I'm like, oh, so you think I don't remember all of this? Like this is the stuff right here that hurt me, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all what's the deal. And then turn around when we would go and get ready to go to how can I say this? We'll get ready to go to practice, or, well, how can I say this? Choir, can I say choir practice? Choir practice, I'll say it like that. And we'll turn on the heater sky high. Turn it on sky freaking high, y'all. And roll up all the windows. And I'll be like, can I roll the window down? No, can't roll the window down. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? And then tell me I couldn't roll down not one window, period. You know, and then we'll try to play, and then takes me to the bridge, and then pretend like you're gonna drive off the bridge, like, oh, I'm just playing around. Like, why are you playing all of these close calls with me? Like, why are you doing this to me? I don't feel like that's playing. I don't feel like that's love. I feel like that like that's hatred. You know? How can you do someone like that? You feel me? Another thing that happened, okay? I'm like this. How can you say, family member, how can you say that you taught me something? All right? You taught me something. You taught me, you know, how to do this. You taught me how to do that. You taught me how to play ball. You taught me how to do a lot of different things. And I can recall that I was always told to go home. Go home. Get away from me. Go home. I'm going to tell mom, you know, I'm going to tell mom that, you know, well, I guess I'm giving it away. You know, like I don't want, like, you didn't want me around you. Like, you wanted me to go home all the time. And then, like, whenever I would go and try to play ball and stuff with you, or I would try to go and play ball or whatever the case might be, or playing around or try to play around with you, you would try to hurt me. And I don't know why that happened. Like, why every time I try to come around, like, you would try to hurt me. You elbow me in my nose, or like my nose got twisted, knocked sideways. Like, you elbow me in my nose, you hit me in my mouth, and then, like, whenever I say, oh, you want to play with the guy, you want to be like a man, like play like with the big boys and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? You know, I'm not saying that no one had to take it easy on me, but that, I feel like it was purposely done. Like, you actually tried to hurt me. When we was little, you didn't want me to play with you, period. I would try to hang around with you, and, you know, I can recall you getting things. Never mind. I'll say this. You got, let's say this, let's say you got a basketball court, a basketball hoop and a game and stuff like that your dad gave you, and different stuff like that. But I wasn't even, like, I wanted to play because I didn't have anything. You feel me? I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a basketball goal. I didn't have any sisters. So, of course, I was going to want to play. My goodness. It was just hurtful. Like, you know, I'm not trying to put everything down bad, but I'm just saying, like, the stuff that is, like, being told as if, I'm telling you, no, it's not right. It is not right. It's a lot of things that is not right. And a lot of times people be lying and stuff like that. And I don't like lies, okay? I don't like lies, y'all. I don't like lies. You know, I can recall another time. Now, I have never had my hair done before ever in my life, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I was the real life. You wouldn't even believe it. Pocahontas. Like, I had hair that was all the way down past my rear end. Probably almost to the bottom of my behind area, okay? Like, it was really, really, really long. Alright? And anyways, I had remind you, I did not even know how to do my hair. The only thing I would ever have in my hair was like, when I was little, was grease and lotion and water. Grease, lotion, and water. Like, I didn't know anything about any kind of like chemicals or anything to be putting in your hair or whatever. And so anyways, I had a little dance to go to. And my goodness, I had a little dance to go to, and I didn't have, like, I had never been to a dance before, okay? And I needed my hair done. So I was asking, I was like, in high school, I was like, you know, I need to go get my hair done. So one of the family members offered to take me to get my hair done. And remind you, all I wanted was highlights, all right? This stuff is hard to say. All I wanted was highlights, y'all. Listen to this. This thing, because I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but whatever this was, person, whatever. Okay, Lord, let me say it right, Jesus. Whoever this person was, it was supposed to have been a man. I don't know. I couldn't really tell y'all who it was. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it was a man. And y'all, it was things I've never seen before, done before, y'all. Listen, all I asked for was highlights, and you take me in there to this person. First and foremost, tells me that I had split ends. Okay, and then listen, y'all, listen. I'm supposed to have split ends, right? Now, my split ends, I'm thinking like, okay, like I've heard of split ends before. Like, when you have split ends, like, people just like trim your hair, right? People trim your hair when you have split ends. Okay, but listen to this. Tell me why, y'all. Remember when I tell you how long my hair was? Tell me why from my behind, almost all the way up to here, okay, that this guy, whatever, cut my freaking hair off like that much, and was talking about I had that much split ends. And I'm like, I know I didn't. I know I didn't have that much split ends, okay? I'm like, you cut off enough hair, you could have made you a wig with my hair. Okay, y'all, this was very, very strange the way that my hair was cut. Okay, it didn't make no sense the way that my hair was cut, and how much of it that was cut. And then the family member left me with this thing. Left me there, okay, y'all. I didn't even know who this person was, you know. And let me tell y'all the whole strange story about this. Took and cut off that much hair of mine, and I remember, y'all, all I wanted was highlights. That's it. Like, could just spray highlights and whatever like that, and I would have called it a day. Tell me why I didn't know what was going on. So they took my whole entire hair, and bleached it. Bleached my freaking hair from the root. And she left me with this person. I didn't even know what was going on, you know. So I was asking, I was like, what was going on? Like, I'm seeing foil. Like, I'm seeing this this person would foil, putting foil in my hair and putting it up, and I'm like, I really didn't know how you have to do a highlight. You know, I thought maybe, you know, you had to take it and do something. I don't even know. Okay, I'm not used to this. So anyway, they were bleaching my whole entire hair from top to bottom. And then, like I said, the whole family member was like, said something to them and left out. And when they left out, that's when they cut my hair off that much and then bleached it from the top to the bottom. Okay, and I'm just like where did they go? You know, where did they go? Why did they leave me here with this person? Like who is this? Like, I already told you, like I was like kind of like tripping because I didn't know who this person was, and you know, not alone like trusted them. You know, I didn't even know what to think, you know, of them and what they would do. You know, like I never let no one do my hair. For the first time I let somebody do my hair, and they knew that. They knew I didn't let no one comb, brush, put any kind of chemicals or nothing in my hair, because that was just how I was and how my mom and my grandma kept my hair done. But then you take me to this place and then have them to do this and leave me in there with them to do that to me. Y'all don't get what I'm trying to tell you. Bleach my whole hair, y'all. My hair never was the same again. Okay, I don't understand why the grade of hair that I have was very, very fine. Like, and for my hair roots, it grew out a little bit, but it didn't really get back to its natural because of how it was bleached. You know, I really don't know what happened, like what really happened. All I can tell y'all is what went on, y'all. Okay, now aside from that, let's keep it pushing. Okay, so because I'm telling bits and portions of it, but I want y'all to kind of get the picture of what I mean by being hated on. Okay. Oh, man. I know I already told y'all those things, and then here goes the rumors. Okay, we got the rumors. We got the rumors where we like to go around and talk about me. Okay, amongst the family, let's just say that. We like to go around and say things about me. People going around talking about I hate them. People going around and lying and say, my family, okay, let me tell you, going around saying things about me, saying that I'm doing this and I'm doing that I'm screwing this, that I'm out here, that I'm doing parties and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. I was more of a whore than a whore itself. That's how I was told. Oh, I'm just out here just stripping, doing the most, y'all. Now let me tell you, me from the horse's mouth, I was a dancer, an entertainer. Okay, I never had to come up out of my clothes. Never. Okay? I never had to come up out of my clothes. The only thing that I ever had to do was entertain. And because because of the way that I danced, I didn't even have to come up out of my clothes. But that ain't none of your business in my business anyway. You wasn't even there. So how's you going around saying something that you done heard from somebody else, instead of, if you felt like something and you done heard something, why you didn't come to me about it? Why you didn't ask me if I'm doing so much like you said? You feel me? How do people say anything about you and then don't sit up there? Oh, did anybody thought to pray for me? Not alone did anybody think to call me, pray for me, talk to me, speak to me. But yet I'm doing so much. Tell me, when was I ever mean to anybody in the family, unless there was something said to me or done to me for me to say something? Because I promise you, I ain't never said nothing to no one unless they said something to me. Or unless I was standing up for my very own mother. Y'all just don't even get it. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. People that is outside of the family. Let me say this. Cause we gonna go right here. We gonna go right here and we gonna stamp this. Cause it's one particular individual that used to roll with me. You dig? They used to roll with me. Claim and really probably think that they knew everything, but please believe me, that's not how I roll with it. I wasn't that type of person that let you know everything. So don't you may have thought you knew me, but you didn't know me, okay? But then always wanna see how I'm doing my thing, wanna see how I'm rolling, wanna see how do I get these people the way that I got these people. You know, watching me do me, right? All behind my back. Y'all wouldn't believe it. Going behind my back, telling people lies of people that I used to talk to. You going behind me trying to holler at everybody that I used to talk to. And then going around telling them lies. And here they are believing you because only thing that these people knew is that we rolled together so tough, but they didn't know that I was done with you. Because of how you treated me, and not only did you treat me wrong, but you stole from me. And you think I didn't know that. You stole from me. Somebody that you call your close. And I let you get away with it. You know that, right? I let you get away with it. And you know what? You never said nothing about it. And I never said nothing about it. But it's mighty funny how I end up finding out. Even in another way, the way I end up finding out. Guess how I end up finding out? Y'all wouldn't believe this. I end up finding out another way by the very own person that you stole and gave it to. How about that? They actually came to me. And the only reason why they came to me was because they was trying to ask me a question. They was like asking me, can I talk to you for them? Because things wasn't working out, or things wasn't going well and stuff like that. And you know, I wasn't the type of person that liked to be a middleman or liked to talk to anybody that anybody knew, because I'm just like, you know what, I'm always getting blamed for stuff. So I don't think I want to, you know, get in the middle of things. But you know, I used to do stuff like this just because, you know, out of the kindness of my heart. But yet I was getting taken advantage of for my kindness. This goes along with people that I was with, you know. It's mighty strange how I'm not calling you nobody's name, because I respect everybody I was with, and I respect everybody that I knew, and I will never call your name. But let me tell you this, it's mighty strange how you can be with people, especially somebody that you was really close friends with, and then, you know, things turned into something else that you didn't expect it to turn into. And then when it did, see, when you end up being with your friend, and then you guys end up going together, that's like the most toughest thing to happen, because that friendship is now compromised, because it's like you guys can no longer go back to being the same way that you used to be. I don't care what nobody said. You cannot go out with your friend or your best friends, because it hurts. Because look, let me tell you why it's messed up. Because now you don't have that friend that you can go back and talk to. Sometimes it's messed up, because it's like you want that friend when something happens or go wrong. You want to be able to talk to them. You feel me? You want to be able to confide in them. You can't just call them up and be like, hey, remember this and remember that and stuff like this, because now y'all done crossed that line. Now that y'all go together, y'all y'all on these terms of now y'all know everything about each other. I know that seems like a good thing that y'all know everything about each other, but not when you're going out, because then the only thing you'll think about is like, I already know this person is doing this and this person is doing that, and it's just like, Lord have mercy, you know. Stuff that people didn't even know about people that I was with is mighty strange how, you know, the picture is painted, but yet I the one who stuck around through all of the stuff that was going on with a lot of people. A lot of times people was talking to other people while they was talking to me and didn't think I even knew it. You know, didn't think y'all knew how I was. Y'all knew how smart I was and everything like that. But I never sat up there. I never sat up there and I didn't say nothing. I didn't even say nothing at first. Don't think I'm that done. I didn't say nothing at first because it was hurtful, you know. And plus it was kind of fresh. You know, it's kind of brand new talking when you talk to somebody, and then, you know, you gotta see first how y'all feel about each other. But once y'all be together and y'all be together for a long time, it's like, you know what, nah, you ain't gonna be up here cheating on me or going and being with other people, and then, you know, wait until I get ready to come and pick you up and you look like trash. I'm gonna say it just like that. Look like trash. Alright? Smelling yourself. Smell yourself. You feel me? Turn around there, and then when I come pick you up, you looking at a mess. And then wait until you get another phone call. You sit up here and you be calling other folks and stuff like that, or while you around me and stuff like that, all up in your phone and everything like that. And the next thing I know, you try to make up, because people do this too. They try to sit up and make up arguments. They want to sit up and make up arguments with you or get into it with you. If just know that if somebody do this, y'all, at the crib, look, if someone makes up an argument with you, okay, out of nowhere, like you know you ain't did nothing wrong, and just out of nowhere, like somebody it makes up like maybe a lie or anything just to start something with you. The reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to get you away from them. They want you to leave, or they want you to like get mad and walk off, or get mad and leave, or go do something else because they want to do something else. You know, a lot of time people do stuff and get mad at people is because they want to go and do something. They get mad and stuff like that because they want to go and do stuff with other people. Please believe me, y'all, when I tell you this. You know, don't think like you did something wrong. You be like, well, what did I do? You know, like, you know, like, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Nah, a lot of times you haven't even did nothing wrong, and it's just that person, you know, is making up something or doing something because they want to be with somebody else. They want to go and spend time with somebody else, you know, and you just like this, then won't you just be straight up and tell me that you know you want to chill with your friends or you want to kick it? And why can't your friends come over here, you know, to the crib, or why can't we chill together and stuff like that? That's because you probably telling them something different. They probably don't even know about me, or let's say they not that they don't know about me, but how about you might be telling them something else? You must have led them on, and here they are thinking that, you know, you led them on, and here they are thinking that you with them and stuff like that, because you up there flirting with them and things like that, and they don't even know that you serious with me or you with me at all. You know, it's a lot of stuff, man. I done had people to sit up here and turn around and boy, oh boy, I mean, like this, you know, here we are, you know, going to go get a drink or go buy one or whatever the case might be back in that time and stuff like that. And then here we are in a ride and everything like that, and then there's something wrong with the ride, you know, there end up being like something wrong with the vehicle, and you turned around and blamed me for it. And this whole time, you know you had did that. And then on top of that, you had did something to this vehicle that wasn't yours. You sat up here and blamed me for it, made me feel bad, made me think that I did something to it, and then turned around, not only did you lie on me, but you were seeing somebody else. Like, that is so crazy, y'all. I'm telling y'all how people work. You feel me? The hatred is just crazy. You know, it was a lot of times, a lot of people were just doing ugly things. People that was close to me, you know, I just can't believe it. How do you go behind somebody's back and talk? Let me tell y'all. Go behind my back and talk to all my exes. All of them. Not just one, y'all. Go and try to talk to them or holler at them. And then one of them told me, like, hey, Blase came over my house the other day. And I was like, what? I was like, for what? Talking about, can I stay with you? I'm like, what? And it's like, I can't do that because, you know, I used to talk to your friend and stuff like that. Why would I let you come up over my house? And I'm like, whoa, why would they even go up over there anyway? And knowing that me and you was together, like, what kind of mess is that? You know, who goes around and people's back and go and try to talk to all their exes and then going around their back and then talking about them and then talking and lying to their family members about you and stuff like that. Like, who does stuff like that? And then when they see you, they know what they be done did, right? They know that they be done did you dirty. But then turn around and trying to see how you gonna react and respond to them, and then gonna come up into your face and go, what's up? And trying to shake your hand and trying to act like everything is cool beans. Like we just two peas in a pot right now. Like, you know good and well it's not good. But see, the way my spirit was, I never acted on none of this stuff like this. Let me tell y'all, the hate is real. You gotta watch your friends. You gotta watch your family. You got to watch the people in the church. Because I've had strangers to do me better than people that was close to me. You see, this is why I'm telling y'all that it takes God. You feel me? It takes God. It takes God. And it's mighty funny how a lot of people want to point out the things you did, but never had nothing to say about the things they did. They want to call you out for what you doing, but we ain't never heard about nothing you doing, right? Oh, you just doing so well compared to my couple of things. How many times have you done the same sin? This is why I be on stuff like this, y'all. This is why I be on stuff like this, to let y'all know, like, it's mighty funny the way people are. Okay, people can sit up here and all day long they will act like they are just so clean with it. You feel me? Ain't nobody good. Nobody good. You feel me? That's why I told you it is, you know. Let me tell y'all something else. Y'all sit up here and when you go, let's say this. We gonna do it like this. Now, for the first half of my life, okay? For the first half of my life, because people had titles for me. They always wanted to be in my business. They always wanted to know stuff. But for the first part and half of my life, let me tell you this. Not only was I hurt, not only was I hated, not only was I used and abused, but let me tell y'all, I was talking to guys, okay? And a lot of these guys would hurt me or they would cheat on me because I didn't want to do anything with them. I wasn't that type of female, that type of woman, okay? And I was the person who never just put out like that. That was just me. But then, you know, get on into my life. Here I got so many rumors. I'm like, wow, you know, how am I hearing all these rumors? And here I am, the only one not pregnant. Okay, but let me not go there. Let me not. I don't want to take it that route. But I'm just trying to let y'all know. It's something how I'm just all these type of things. But you don't see me with no kids, right? No kids. I had never been that type of person, but yet you know me. You know me. You know me. You can sit up and let people talk about your own sis, your own family member. You got strangers, you got all type of people talk about you, letting people talk about me. I remember back in the day. Do y'all remember back in the day if somebody said something about your mom, your dad, your family member, that we were used to get down? It's something how people side with people that's talking about your own family, that's talking about you. And a lot of times the things that people don't know, let me say this too, because this is mighty funny, y'all. Y'all would not believe it. But y'all sitting up there coming for me, right? Coming for me. Y'all don't even know the stuff that I've had to hold in. I have never said nothing, but you have family members that will talk about other family members, okay, and say these things to you, right? We'll talk about them. I'm talking about call them crazy. They would call them out their names. All kinds of stuff, okay? All kinds of stuff. Even bees sometimes. Stuff, just, let me tell you. Talk about you to other family members. Or talk about them to you. And then, like, two-face it. And then turn around and they just think that this person or these people are just so cool. You know? Y'all believing in everything that these people are saying, but not one time did you call me. Not one time did y'all say anything. Not one time did you come for me. Not one time did you say nothing. But you hearing all of these things being said. You got two-faced people telling you that I said this. You got two-faced people saying that we did that. And it's a lie and the truth ain't in it. And it's something how you know how I am and how my mom is. You know? And it's mighty strange how when y'all see me do the things that I did, I told you, no one helped me. Only thing you did was what? You laughed and talked. Y'all don't even know. I've already been. You want to know why I said that about drinking, y'all? Y'all won't get this. Watch this. Guess what? I have been drugged about 4 or 5 times just from drinking. People around me. People did these things when I was dancing. They would wait until I would go and get into dance battles, and they would put some in my drink. Even you gotta watch people that's even close to you and close around you. Y'all just don't know how deep this goes. I'm trying to tell you. You know, I've had a friend and saw what they did to my friend's stuff that they were smoking on, y'all, and she never was the same again. You know, lucky that I wasn't the first one to even like puff, you know, because oh my goodness, y'all don't know, y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't get it how one drink, one smoke, one puff, anything could just turn into that's it for you. You feel me? It's so many stories and so many things that I can tell y'all, but I'm trying to tell you, coming up, I was hated on so much, and I cannot believe how the hate was so close to me and so much around me, you know, when I loved everybody. You don't even understand the way that I look. I wasn't even supposed to look like this, okay? So half of my life when I was talking to dudes and everything like that, you don't understand how naive I was. How like, it was like I was really smart, but yet I was naive to a lot of things because of I didn't get around like that. So I didn't know a lot of stuff. The only way that I can learn about a lot of things is by meeting them head on. You know, like I said, you can learn things and stuff from your family members and at school and stuff, but some things you got to learn head on by being out there, y'all. And once I started learning about these things, so you know, I've been tricked, y'all, into believing, like, tricked into, oh, sorry, y'all, this just happened, like, right while I'm driving, like, this is crazy. You know, you can be sitting up there and I don't even know what to say. I'm sitting up there trying to do right. That's all I can say. I'm trying to do right. And like I said, if you wasn't doing what these other girls was doing, they didn't want to talk to you. You know, I met this one guy, and I'm not saying his name, and I remember that I met him in a ladies' Foot Locker, and I'm like, he must have been doing this to a lot of different girls and stuff like that, but he would go to ladies' Foot Locker, and he looked just like a soccer dad. I'm gonna say like the soccer dad. He had on regular pants, and I'm not trying to give it away, but I'm trying to like let you know, regular pants and a t-shirt and everything like that. And I was in there because y'all know I was trying to hit the WNBA straight up. And anyways, he didn't have no kids with him, no girl with him or nothing like that. And I was just up in there, I was younger, and I'm looking around at things like that. And then he came for me like, hey, you know, how you doing? Very respectfully and everything. And I was like, you know, hi, and I spoke back, and I was like, oh, I'm just, you know, just looking around, playing basketball, blah blah blah. You know, next thing you know, y'all, I give this guy, he gives me his number. He's like, well, call me or whatever anytime, you know, and stuff like that, whatever. And let's just say, you know, he was older than me or whatever at the time. And you know, like I say, he looked like a soccer dad. He didn't look like nobody like that. Not saying like he didn't look like nobody, but I didn't say he didn't look like the person that I'm about to tell you he became to be. So anyways, he told me I can call him, right? So anyways, I go calling him. I'm talking today, like, because I want to, not because, you know, anything happened. He gonna tell me that he had, okay, let's just skip all that. He gives me he said, here's my phone number. He gives me 3 numbers, okay? He's like, 1, this is my office, this is my office number, this is my cell phone number, and this is my pager number. I was like, how many numbers he need? Like, so anyways, he gave me like 3 numbers, and he was like trying to make it look like he was like very what you call that? Like all about his business. Like he was like very like corporate acting, you know, stuff like that. But yet I told you he looked like a real nice guy. So anyways, skip to all that and goes to this one night. So he decides that, you know, he was talking to me or whatever, and he asked me, he's like, so what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm getting ready to go to this little well, no, I wasn't gonna go, but I told him I had this parent and teacher thing, and I told my mother like she didn't have to go or whatnot because I already had good grades and everything. Like, I told her if she wasn't able to go, like, it's cool or whatnot. And that's why it was just like, it wasn't pressed, because I already know, like, you know, I've been bringing her my grades, and I had like straight A's. Okay, at this time, at that point, I had straight A's. And so anyways, this guy, he was like, I talked to him, and he goes, well, you know, if you're not doing anything, you know, I'll take you, you know, I like to take you. Oh, let me see how good you're doing. I was like, but I don't even know you. Like, why would I want to take you to, like, my parent and a parent and thing like that when I don't know you like that? You feel me? And he was like, well, I just want to go, maybe, you know, you can tell me about yourself and all that. And I was like, whatever. I end up doing it, y'all. Just cut the bull. You know, straight to the point. You know, not trying to say any bad words, but let's get straight to the point. And he was like, turned out he came in to pick me up, right? I would not believe this. He came to pick me up. And he came and picked me up in this, I think it was like one of them shorthand Cadillacs. And he came to the door with like this, like silk like robe thing that you tie up. And with no shirt on. Remind you that no shirt on, but it was like silk like robe tied up, and then like this hat on, and like these silk pants. And I was like, who is this? Who is it coming to my door? I'm like, and remind you, I told my mother who I was going with, but he came to my door like that, and I don't know if he didn't know I didn't live by myself or what the case was, but I'm like, I know he know how old I am, right? Because I told him. So he comes to the door, and I mean, he smelled amazing and everything like that, and turned out that he was a straight pimp. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I did not even know that at first, y'all. Like, he took me to my parent thing to see my grades and stuff like that, and then tell me why all my teachers, y'all, because they thought he was my dad, and I was like pretending he was my dad and everything like that. It's like, oh, your dad, he is so cute. And I was like, I know, huh? I know, right? He's really cute, ain't he? But y'all, he was a whole entire parent, but I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So I'm telling you, I had to get about that situation, and it was so crazy because I did not know this. I thought this man was a soccer dad. He came to my house a whole nother look and turned around, took me to parent teacher, and then after that he tried to take me to, we're talking about one of his offices, y'all, one of his businesses. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to get up out of here because this is not where it's supposed to be. Then he was like, hold up, I gotta go back by my room and stuff like that because I need to pick up something. I knew it was something that was like wasn't gonna be right. So y'all, I had to make up a whole situation to get up out that situation that I was in. And then I was like, I had to go home and some more stuff because when I got there, y'all, tell me why another guy came out, and I was like, I gotta get up out of here. And I was just like, can you take me home? And then when I got home, I was like, no. See, these are all the things that I ended up getting into. It was a lot of times I had to jump and run for my life because of how I looked. So this is what I was trying to tell y'all. Because of how I looked, you know? And it's a shame because half of the, you know, at this age that I was old enough to talk to people, it was like kind of crazy because I was still dealing with the issue of what happened to me when I was younger, with the whole knocking out the two fronts and well, no, it was more than two fronts in my mouth because I thought it was two fronts, but it was like maybe 4 teeth or whatever in the front or whatever the case might be. I had to deal with that. Then I had to deal with the whole hair issue and everything like that because, you know, as it went on, like I said, I had guys that was all over me. I used to have guys that used to go, you know what, I'll walk from school and put the arm around me and then try to tell me, you my girl, I better not see you with nobody, you know, like threatening me, telling me like they better not see me with nobody else. And I'm just like, what do you mean you better not see me with, what do you mean you better not see me with nobody else? And we not, me and you ain't even together, so what are you talking about? You know, and then to come to find out the guy that I wanted to be with, the very first guy that I wanted to be with, okay, let me tell you. Because I thank the Lord that I'm not an idler because like I said, my favorite person was Genuine at first, and then I come to met this one man. I'm not saying his name and he know who he is. And let me tell you, should have been my first and my last because I promise you, when the first time that I saw this one man, I was blown. I was blown away, okay? I was blown away. I was like, who is not with this man right here? Because I can't believe that this man looked like this and he is, this is supposed to be for me, okay? This is my Genuine in the Ghetto. This is for me. I love him. Like that, y'all. I'm like, I love him. This man is beautiful. I love it. Everything about him from top to bottom. And I'm just like, why he couldn't have been mine? Then to find out there was more to the story. I did not know I had blockers. I did not know somebody was blocking me. I didn't know nobody was blocking me. I promise you, I wish that they would have told me that. Like, then maybe I could have said something because, you know, if you was being blocked by anyone to try to holler at me, you should have told me that because no way that you should have been blocked because I wouldn't allow that block to be blocked. I would have unblocked that block from whoever tried to block you from talking to me. I know they was trying to so-called protect me, but let me tell you, if I say that I want to talk to somebody, you tell me. Don't be going behind my back and be trying to tell people not to talk to me. Family members, it's not your duty. That's not how you help somebody or save somebody, by going behind somebody's back and trying to block people or trying to stop you from talking to certain people. Because you know what? No. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm going to talk to them. Put it like that. Because don't block the one person that I that I only could have wished to be my baby's father. Okay? At that time. Okay? Then we go on down here to the life that I did not want. Because of everything that have happened to me, and my hair and my teeth and all this stuff like that had went on with my whole entire body, which I start to look like somebody I did not expect to be. I end up falling into another lifestyle that I did not know I was going. It was by accident, y'all. Let me tell you, that Mad Dog 2020 Red Grape. And you already know who you are and what time it is. I did not like it. I did not like that this had to happen between us, because we should have stayed best friends. Because I believed I messed up the whole entire thing. Like, I believe our whole life has changed since that. But you know what? Like I said, I was there. I was there for a lot of people that shouldn't have done me the way that they done me, knowing that I was there for them through everything, through thick and thin. I shouldn't have been put on the back burner. I shouldn't have been left the way that I was left. I shouldn't have even been sticking around if you was just going to keep running off and being with just some iffies. Some, like, people that was even, like, on the menu. You know, I'm sitting up here letting you go back and do what you wanted to do and see if you needed to explore your mistake. And yet, here I am. I still sat back in the background like an audience. It was just like, okay. So it didn't work out. So how did you go be with a whole nother person? I'm telling you, even people that I was with, y'all, it was so many things that was wrong. I'm telling you, all of these things and this lifestyle and stuff all led me up to Jesus Christ himself. I'm telling you, because it don't matter how good of a person you are, y'all. There's people that's out there that will still use you, that will still cheat on you, even if you give them your all. You know what I mean? Even if you are the best wife, the best husband, you got to know that the only way that you could, the only way you can survive in a relationship and your relationship end up being right is by putting God first. And I'm only going to tell y'all that from my heart. You got to put God first, y'all. You can't just be in these relationships and think that everything is going to be okay without God, because it's not. And like I was trying to explain to y'all, I made some mistakes in my life, but don't always like throw the book at me and act like I'm the only one out here that made mistakes, that was doing my thing. Some people, y'all met me on the dance floor. Y'all knew I can cut a rug. Y'all knew that I was out there doing my Genuine, my Cisco, my Sierra, you know, my Leah, everything. Y'all already know. And those that have met me out there on the dance floor, don't be trying to act like going to try to sit up there and talk about I want the spotlight when you met me in the spotlight. Don't do me like that. Do not do me out here in these streets. Like, do not act like you did not know that I was already doing my thing. Do not act like you did not know that the only thing that I ever done was dance for birthday party, a couple of birthday parties, and I danced in LA. Don't act like that. Don't act like I wasn't putting on shows and I had to take off my clothes like I was a whole stripper on the pole showing any kind of body parts or any kind of dresses with any kind of meat. Because actually, the only thing that I did was entertain. I did it with my clothes on, and that was in my other lifestyle. And the show wasn't no stripper on no pole, because I never had to come up out of mine like that. So get your story straight. Get your facts right. Hear it from right here. And if you wasn't there, you need to hush your whole mouth. You feel me? And those people who went, and it was, I know that it only could have been a couple of people. You need to hush your mouth as well. Because if you ain't going to tell the whole facts, then you shouldn't even be having my name in your mouth. That's just facts. You know, that's just how we going to do that, you know. Because sometimes people go and do stuff People go and say stuff and do stuff out of jealousy, out of hatred, and stuff like that. You feel me? Because I know the people who actually went with me and knew that I danced when I danced in LA and everything like that. They was with me, and they supported me. Was right there at that time, and they know everything that went down. Those who was outsiders, that's running their mouth and going around hollering at and saying stuff like that. You need to just get your facts, or a matter of fact, just live your life and stop digging off up in minds. You see what I'm saying? If you got a life and you got business and you got how many people you saying you got and doing your thing, do your thing, because that's not how I am. Okay? I wasn't running around with a whole bunch of different people. And when I did my thing, honey, I was single. When I was single and younger, that's what I did, okay? Now, I ain't gonna talk about people who want to sit up here and talk about me, but yet they was my whole limo driver. We're not about to go there. You was my whole, like, chauffeur. And steady watching me in the rear view. Like, don't go there. Don't go there, because it's a lot of stuff that I want to say and I don't want to go there. But yet, you know, I used to, when I called for help, you know, there's people that you try to think that you was close to and you call for help, and then they try to fight you. You like, what is this? Where is this argument coming? Where is this anger coming from? How can I call on you and you up here trying to fight me in a desperate time like this, knowing that I'm calling on you for help? You know, it was so many things that was going on, so many people that I was with that cheated and lost, and let me tell you, people that I end up with, while you want to go around and make up lies on me, people that I end up being with, I end up helping and rescuing them, because I could have been a pimp, I could have been a player, I could have been all kinds of stuff, but God did not want me to do that. So some of these people that was end up coming to my life, even people off the streets, and what had happened was I was told that they was running for their life, and I end up, you know, and just don't just think that I okayed it, because they had to go past my mother in order for these people to even come over my house, for that I even let over there, or I even, you know, had told her about. Okay, first and foremost. And my mom's the only one that knows the truth about all of these things, because some of these people that end up being at my house, I end up turning their lives around and putting them in second chances, letting them wear my clothes and letting them trying to get off the street and trying to find a better way out of life. See, that's what you didn't know while you're running your mouth. And then another person that, when I found out that they lied to me about a certain thing that they told me a lie about, I turned around, put them back in school, and helped them graduate, get back on their feet, you know, and get their driver's license. Another thing you didn't know. Just like other people that want to claim that I'm so bad, but yet it wasn't even my duty to even come back and help you out. And I turned around and I reached my hand back and I helped you get back on your feet, but you did me dirty. It was like so many people that yet did me dirty, that I kept coming back around to. I found myself kept rescuing, kept going back, and I'm like, why am I doing this, Lord? Like, why am I going back to certain people that's hurting me? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? But some, like I was trying to tell y'all, some people I was putting in their lives for a reason that I didn't even know what for. But then when I seen that the reason why was because I was gonna either I end up helping them, or either it was for a season, because it seemed like everybody that had potential that I actually had wanted to be with was for a season. Either they had to leave, or I was with a person that had to, you know, go out of town. You know, like, it was kind of weird. Like, I'm like, is this for real? Like, why did this person have to go another state? Why did this person have to go overseas? Why did I have to lose this person in service? Why did I have to lose this person like this, like that? You know, I've even had a person that one of the person that I was with that was in this, I don't want to say it, but one of these person that I was with that was a friend of mine also, I couldn't believe that the way that they treated me. They always acted like they had to try to see if I had money every time that we went somewhere. And I'm just like this. I never asked you if you had a penny. Matter of fact, I never asked you for a dime. But yet you knew my situation. Like, you didn't have to try to make me feel like that. But yet you turned around and you be treating and taking all kind of people out. But yet, you know, you want to sit up here and ask me if I had any money. You feel me? Like, it just didn't make no sense the way you did me. You know, it was really, 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 it was really foul and really dirty, that the way you made this whole thing out to be. You feel me? And then what nobody knew is you came at me. You came at me at the very beginning, and you tried to make a move on me. And then here I am, and I say no. I don't want to talk to you because you are my friend. You are my friend. I don't want to talk to you because I know I've done something like that before in the past. And guess what happened? It ruined my friendship. So you got mad. You was mad at me ever since that day, like that I had did that. You got mad at me because I didn't want my friendship messed up over you getting your lust in. Like, it just don't make no sense. Because that's all it was. It was just like a lustful moment that you wanted to try out something like everybody else. And I'm just like this. I am not a person to just be tried. You know what I mean? I don't want to just feel like, oh, let me just try something out with you just because you doing this. No. No. Because everybody's stuff you don't want. Not only in your face, but just period. And that wasn't me. That wasn't me no matter what I did in my life. I never just liked it to just be in anybody's old face or old anything. I barely liked anything as it was. You know, I was so picky or whatever like that. And it's funny because, look, I had another situation. Here I am going to college, right? And here I am talking to someone from college, you know, a very nice, beautiful individual, you know, that was very upscale. And here I am being told, once again, even like in places that I would take somebody, if I take somebody somewhere that's expensive, are you sure you can do that? Oh, I'm out of character. So that's what I get. I'm out of character because I want to take you somewhere nice. But yet, here I am, someone tells me I'm out of character because I'm with somebody that looks the way that they look, and you like, and then I'm getting told that this is not my type. How do you tell me that this person ain't my type of tea when it is? Like, you just don't know what I like. You know, you don't know what I like, so you sit up there and you gonna say things like this to me because you mad because you couldn't figure it out. And you want to sit up there and act like I couldn't be with somebody that had it going on for themselves because of I guess, of your situation. We'll put it like that. Because just because I was in my environment doesn't mean that was how I was. You feel me? I was not holier than thou. I wasn't better than nobody, but I always thought I would see further than where I was at. You do not, I'm going to tell you like this. Just because you go through a lot of stuff doesn't mean that you got to look like what you've been through. And that's like what I was trying to do. I was trying not to look like what I've been through. You feel me? I was trying to do me. But yet, you know, somebody always want to do it. Here I go. I get like an entourage of about 5 people or so come charging me, got camera phones and stuff like that, and want to try to like come for me and go like this, like, who is this? Who is you with? I'm like, wait a minute, who is this? Who is this person that you with? Well, why are you talking to? And this person, who is this? I'm like, wait a minute, ain't I at college? Ain't I'm signed up to go to school? Living my life, doing me. What are y'all doing up here interrupting, interfering into my life and who I'm talking to? Are you enrolled in a class? Because why are you here? Why are you in my business? Like, it was crazy stuff that I would go through, y'all. Y'all just don't even get it. You know. And then, you know, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm supposed to sit up here and let people do stuff to me, but yet I'm not supposed to do nothing back. I'm supposed to just like be this punk, this wimp, and y'all knew I wasn't. You know, people want to try to make you hit them, hurt them, and do all kinds of stuff you know, just to make you be from the way that you really are, when they know that you really are a kind-hearted person that love people. You feel me? But anyways, look, I got that out, and I told y'all, look, let me go ahead and jump back on here. So the other half of my life, you know, I lived in a complete different other way. You feel me? Yes, I was talking to females at this time of my life, and it wasn't by choice, but I wasn't forced. But I felt like because of how I was manipulated, because of how I was cheated on, because of how much I was hurt, and because of different male figures trying to force their way on me and doing things I didn't like, you know, I only felt like maybe I was comfortable with the way that I began to look and the way that I was abused, that I will probably be comfortable into being to something to where I could, you know, be in charge of my situation, meaning that I felt like I could be in control, that I could be the one to say, hey, you know, be with somebody. And I didn't even know how to at first. You know, I was like, maybe I could be with somebody and give them flowers like how I wanted. This is how I began to be with people. I'm like, you know what? I love flowers. I wish someone would have gave me flowers, so I would give somebody flowers. You feel me? Or roses all the time. And those people that knew me knew that this was me. So don't act like I was doing too much, y'all. Y'all already knew that I would give my all, even though y'all made it seem like that I wasn't doing anything for y'all. You know, you waited until, you know, I was off my feet a few times, and then you wanted to try to knock me down. It was just like, oh my goodness, you know. But yet, as soon as I had everything, it was okay to be around me, right? It was okay to be around me. It was okay to roll with me. It was okay to do all kinds of stuff. But when I fell off a few times, it was just like everybody had something to say about me. And that was crazy as heck. But anyways, like I was trying to explain to y'all, you know, I always felt like I could treat somebody the way that they treated me. I thought maybe, I think I was looking for, most of all, a sister. You know, somebody that I can talk to, somebody that I can share stuff with. It's like my situation really wasn't the way you thought it was. I wasn't really out there nasty and going around grabbing myself and turning my lip up, trying to be more than what it was. So when people would try to ask me, how did you get people, how did you talk, I was myself. I did not go around and how to like holler at people like it was the last thing on earth to do. You feel me? I would talk to people regular and was just my regular self. I wasn't nasty and all out there and doing crazy stuff like people were saying about me. That never was me. And you never knew that to be me. But yet, I'm hearing a lot of stuff. But let me give you the horse's mouth right here. Those people that know me know that I only talk to the people that I actually was able to talk to. Let's put it like that. The people that I was actually with. You already know what time it is. And those people that, you know, I was friends with, you already know what time it is. And when I had my single life, I did me. So that's all there is to it. Now, the only way that I was able to get up out of this life with everything that was going on, including drinking, including smoking, including everything that I was doing, everything was just going wrong for me. And then it turned around to when I started seeking for the Lord. And I prayed, and he started removing, not only did he start removing people out of my life, he made it to where he didn't allow me to be hurt anymore. He did not want me to keep rescuing people. He did not want me to keep on doing stuff for people that was hurting me, you know. He did not want me to just do the wrong thing. So like I said, he started removing people from me. You know, I prayed to God, and I asked him, I said, Lord, can you please take this taste out of my mouth, because I don't want to smoke anymore. I don't want to drink anymore. It took me a while, y'all. I tried to dumb it down, but I start drinking beer. You know, I started trying to drink beer. I started trying to drink wine, thinking like I can just dumb it down and like wean myself off of it. You know, I said, you know what, let me try to take this slow. Okay? I said, let me try to take this the slow route, and let me try to, you know, wean myself off of it. Let me just start just drinking a few shots at a time, you know, so that way maybe I can take myself off of it. And like situations happen, and then sometimes some other people's situations that I saw that they were in made me want to quit. You know, on top of me, I was doing it with them, and then I felt bad. I even tried to go to a few people's AA classes, even though it wasn't for me. But when I heard the stories, you know, I went voluntarily. Like, there was a lot of things that I did, you know, trying to get help, but no one would pray for me. You know, all I needed was somebody to actually pray for me, you know, and will hope that I can come about the situation that I was in. Because, you know, instead of looking at what I was doing, why you didn't try to help me? Why did you see me, you know, being the way that I was, or passing out, or going through this or going through that, and no one prayed for me or try to help me back up? But anyways, I'm past this now, but I'm letting it all out because I'm tired of hearing it. And it's like, I kept on seeking for God, y'all. That's why I said you can seek for him, and the way you come up out of this drinking and smoking, you have to just stop. I quit. I just stopped drinking. I just said, you know what, this ain't doing nothing for me. You know, it ain't helping me none. All I can see is just a bad way smoking start to, like, you know, make you raspy, and made me raspy, and like, you know, sore throat and stuff like that. Like, I that was, you know, I saw how that was doing, so I quit that. And then when it came to drinking, you know, it wasn't doing nothing for me. You feel me? And I wasn't really like a heavy smoker. It was just a social thing, and then it was just like a chaser. And I was like, I couldn't do. I was just like, you know, I'm so tired of this. You know, I'm getting older now, and I'm tired of doing this. Lord, help me. You know, I had to be at, like I said, a near-death moment to stop. You know, and when it came to that lifestyle that I ended up being in, it was just like this. The only way he helped me, God started removing people. He started removing people out of my life, okay? He started removing people away from me, so that way I can open my eyes and make the decision that I need to make. Because it wasn't that these people were still with me. It was the fact that they was using me still. It was the fact that they didn't care about me. He didn't want me to be hurt. And since I wasn't really like getting down like that anyway, you know, it was like, it was easy for me to keep on seeking the Lord. But it was hard for me to change, because I'm looking like, dude, I didn't change my whole look, my whole lifestyle, my whole dressing, you know, like I don't even wear dresses no more. Like, you gotta get that up out of here. Like, I'm just like, I ain't finna put on this. It ain't like I can't. Like I told you, it's not like I can't, and it's not like I didn't. You know, I wore heels, I wore stilettos, I wore all kinds of stuff just like everybody else did. But you know what? Once that changed, I was just like, here I am right here. This is me right here. I'm comfortable. I'm cool. I'm sporty. So really, to be honest with you, I was always like wearing basketball shorts anyway, and sweats. I didn't really like wear too much stuff because I was always playing basketball, or I had dance groups. Like, I had about 4 or 5 dance groups. You know, I was in parades. You know, y'all want to know a little bit about me. You know what I'm saying? Not only did I play ball, but I danced. I was a choreographer. You know, my favorite subject was math. I know y'all don't like math, but who cares? I love math or something. It was about numbers. I was always good with numbers, so math was my favorite. I'm a writer. I like to write, and I like to write poetry, you know. And like I said, God wrenched me through that. And it's a lot of things I like to do. I like to write, you know. I play football. I started out playing flag football. And if you was old school, you know, we played 3 Flies Up, Spit a Career, or 3 Flies Up or whatever. And I used to play with the guys. What else? I liked to play. I played softball, but it wasn't really my thing. But I played it. If I played softball, I like to be shortstop. You know, I was like one of the best pitchers or whatever. But I played so many sports. I ran track. You know, when basketball season wasn't in, that's what I did. And then I also coached basketball as well as played. I was a point guard. I didn't like to play a number 2, but I would if I had to. But I played every position. I sure did. I know you'll laugh if you thought me being a center, but I wasn't playing no games. I felt like I had hops. You know, I could jump, touch the sky. You feel me? And my favorite color is green, but of course I love purple. And I used to wear black a lot, but you know, I started changing up my colors as I went along. I started just wearing different colors as I went along, as life came along, as you met people, as I was with people, certain people like I was with, I had to do certain things, and it was something because when I was really girly and was really pretty, you know, it's not that I like the gangbangers, but it was just like I was with those real thuggish guys. Like, you know, this is before I was, you know, like I said, I knew God. I was with God. I was raised up in the church. I was raised up, you know, knowing the Lord. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't know God. So don't think that I didn't know God already. But I always, since I was really pretty, I liked those thuggish guys. Like, you know, these guys that happened to be in the gang. I didn't know nothing about gangs, y'all. I didn't know anything about gangs. I didn't know anything about colors. I didn't know anything about none of that stuff, okay, at first. So it was like I was just trying my best to just be with the person I was with. But I always wanted somebody that was strong enough that I felt like that could protect me because of how pretty I was. I was like, you know what, I didn't want to be with somebody who couldn't protect me. I didn't want no wimp, no punk. And then plus I was like strong-minded. It was like I was strong-headed and not like trying to be a man or nothing. It was just that's how I was. I was strong. You know, I had been through a lot since I was little. So by me going through all the things I went through, that just made me like a strong woman. Like, I was a person that didn't take no mess. I was that real ride or die chick that you can kick it with, but you can yet talk to, but yet, you know, we can do whatever we wanted to do. So, just keep it short and simple, just like that. You know, I was not a fast talker, but yet slick, but yet not really that slick, but really just knew how to talk from all the people that I was been around, you know, that I've been around with or whatever like that. I knew my way around. I knew what to do and how to do it. All right. But then I had this other side of me that I liked to upscale people as well. You know, I liked it, all kinds of stuff, like, because I like the different cultures, you know. I was mixed with a lot of things, that some things I didn't know about on my father's side that I was mixed with. And I liked it just like different people from different cultures and different things, you know. Coming up, I was like doing African dances, you know. Like I used to do this little African dance when I was in school. So, Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. But anyways, it was, you know, I was in like a whole lot of stuff. I was in like dance. I was in chorale, you know, the little choir thing. You know, I was in there, like, I was in tap dance and ballet. What else I can tell y'all? Yeah, I was in tap dance. I was in ballet. I did, I remember I did backup for, we had a dance for MC Hammer. We were doing too legit, too quick. It was pretty cool. But this stuff was like way back. Like I did some stuff though. But I didn't remind y'all. I used to didn't even know how to dance. I was so stiff, and if it wasn't for this girl from the YMCA that got me into dance, I would have just been playing basketball. I would have never even looked at dance. But the way I was so stiff and I can pop real hard, that's why she chose me, and she worked with me until like she handed it over to me to continue, because she's like, I know you're gonna stick to it, because whatever you do, you like to stick to whatever you do. So she put me in charge, and that was like my first dance group from the YMCA, and then I just kept it going. And then I moved it to high school, and it was called the Pep Squad. I was one of the first ones to bring dance to this school, and we was like, it was us against the cheerleaders. It was kind of funny though, because it was just like, I felt like it was like a bring it on thing, you know, but it was a cool battle, you know. And not only that, I had played basketball for this school too, you know, and we hadn't been to the playoffs since like the 80s, y'all. They said we ain't been to the playoffs since the 80s, but we did that. We made it to the playoffs, and just to think how far that we came from this to that. You know, I met a lot of good people playing basketball, and I love every single one of them. You know, I love everybody that I worked with, that I played with, that, you know, we played in like little leagues and side things that we did in the AAU tournaments and all that stuff like that. You know, one of my favorite coaches was Coach Smokey, you feel me? And because he was one of the ones that, it was Coach Smokey, Coach Angel, I believe I played with Jeff too. And, you know, I played in the midnight leagues. And, but let me tell you, Coach Smokey, he was like one of the ones that he knew me the most, because he allowed me to be me. He allowed me to run the floor the way I wanted to run. I miss him, rest in peace. I miss him so much. He was my favorite coach. He was like a dad to me, you know, and he always like looked out for me and allowed me to do my thing out there on the floor. I remember when he got us to halftime. I swear I wish I can get this tape. But he allowed us to play the halftime of the Lakers and the Celtics game. And we played at halftime. And I remember when I made 2 NBA three-pointers. You know, for the first time I made 2 NBA three-pointers. And I was MVP of my team. And I used to have triple doubles. You know, doubles in assists, doubles in scoring, and doubles in steals. And, you know, but people act like they don't know me. People act like I wasn't nothing. And I've done so many things, man. I've done so many things with so many people, but it's all good, you know. I even got mocked in my dance group with people that I used to hang with. Like, they try to mock me, and I was like, I wasn't having it, you know. You know how you try to turn kids away from me. Kids don't know about anything about, you know, adult lives that shouldn't even be told, especially if we're drinking or smoking or doing anything. Like, they shouldn't know nothing about, you know, our life outside of dance. If that's what it was, all the kids supposed to know is what you there for and what you're doing, and you trying to make that positive change in their lives. You know, I miss dancing. I miss teaching dance. You know, I be watching like dances and stuff like that on the internet sometimes, and it just reminds me of when I used to dance and how hard I used to go. And I want to just congratulate all the kids that's still doing dance for love, because, you know, make sure when you do dance, you know, you put your heart into it, you put your love into it, and keep doing y'all thing. I hope I can encourage y'all to keep doing what you do, but also whenever you have time, make sure you keep God in your life. All right, I love y'all. You already know what time it is, and I get to y'all later. I just want to share y'all some stories about me and my life, so y'all know like where I'm coming from, and know that I just kept seeking the Lord to make that change in my life. You know, it wasn't that I had stopped my lifestyle at that point, but because I kept seeking the Lord and kept telling him that, you know, like, Lord, please accept me like this. Please change me, Lord. I don't want to be like this. You know, it was hard for me. You know, it was hard to me, especially if I already have been living this way. you know, and I wanted to change, you know. And I said, you know what, maybe if I just don't go around it, maybe if I just don't go out no more to the clubs of what's going on, or be around people that's like that, or talk about it, then maybe God can work with me. I had, look, isolation, y'all. I had to be isolated. You know, a lot of people are always telling you can't talk about guys unless you with them, or thinking you flip-flop. No, I didn't do any of that. Whatever I was doing it all the way 100% to the core. Okay? I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff, but I don't have to break it into detail how I did it. Okay? I'm just letting you know that if anything that I got myself into, I was the best at it. Please believe that. But I just don't want to sit up here and base it on anything like that I was doing, because that's not what I'm on here to say. I'm on here to let y'all know that you can change. You can do it. But it takes isolation and a relationship with God, and to help and ask Him to help you up out of this, because it's hard if you are a victim of abuse, if you are a victim of rape, if you are a victim of neglect, if you are a victim of any kind of trauma, you know, coming up. Because like I said, I didn't expect this to happen. You know, I was a diva. You know, my hair was like really, really, really long, and for some reason, I never was a person that was stuck up. I never turned my nose up at nobody, and I never was like the jealous type. Like, I never was like envious or jealous of anyone. Like, for some reason, like, people would ask me like am I this one? I'm like, no, I've never been jealous of nobody, what nobody had. Even if I didn't really even have anything, and I still wasn't jealous of what nobody had and what nobody did. But yet people sometimes, even in your family and friends, they will try to compete with you. They will try to come around with cars, and always come around, and then pull up, and then tell you to come outside and come and look at it. And you like, wait, hold up. Like, for what though? Whenever I got something, I didn't do that. Whenever I got a car or got anything, I didn't do any of that. I was just thankful and glad that God blessed me with it. You feel me? I was thankful. But yet, let me tell y'all something. Oh my goodness. Like, when I had got something, people used to go, oh, how'd you get that car? Where did you get that from? What did you have to do to get that? I'm like, wait a minute, what? What did I have to do to get that? What are you talking about? Don't everybody have a job? So you just think that I'm just out here doing what? You ain't never known me to be wilding out like that, doing stuff like that. But I'm out here doing something, you know? And then one time I'm just like this, yeah, you know what one of my friends got for me. I'm like, are you serious? Like, did you just catch that sarcasm? Because I'm just like, so you really just didn't think that I'm up here working and doing what I'm supposed to do in order to get what I got? For real? And then sometimes it's just like, oh, mom got to hold your hand, or mom got you this, mom. You know, sometimes people don't know that my mom did not get me stuff all the time. And then if she did, I'm her daughter. I'm her only daughter. Why couldn't my mom get me anything? Like, it don't make no sense the way people would act. Oh my goodness. Like, you know, I could go off on so many things that happen, y'all. You just don't even get it. You don't even understand how to have this struggle. You know what I'm saying? I had a Thunderbird. I love my Thunderbird. My little 94 Thunderbird, I'm telling you, with the hard body. I'm telling y'all, I used to have to try to fix that up myself. I had so many issues with it. But guess what? When I was out there and my car was leaking, what's that stuff called? That it's not some kind of fluid. Anyways, it was leaking like some kind of fluid or whatever and stuff like that. But I was just like, it's a shame how people can see you up there, and then I'm out there trying to fix my own battery and do stuff and like that with nobody helping. You got men and stuff around your family and stuff like that, but they didn't even want to help you out and none of that stuff, y'all. But it's all good, you know. Now that I've washed my hands with all of this, like all I'm telling y'all to do is keep seeking the Lord. Keep seeking the Lord. All right, that's all you got to do. Give it to Him and keep seeking for Him, because He will get you up out of that. He'll get you up out of any situation that you in, as long as you keep talking to Him. But be yourself, okay? Be yourself. Don't try to be like nobody else. Don't try to jump and try to change and do all kinds of stuff thinking you have to do all that. Come to God the way that you are. And respectfully, when he change you, I guarantee you'll be changed, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all beautiful, and I love you. If no one told you that you was beautiful, remember that you are, and I love y'all. All right? Later.